Witam moich news skryty Raven. Ostatnio jak mówiłem, że muszę się cofnąć do Pociąg w Alpach, ponieważ tam wszystkiego z pobocznych zadań nie zrobiłem i dlatego muszę tam się cofnąć, aby wszystko tam zrobić pobocznego, co mam do robienia. Więc tutaj się cofniemy. Do tego rozdziału się cofniemy, ponieważ będę wszystko zrobić jeszcze raz na nowo, co wcześniej robiłem, tylko tym razem muszę znaleźć tą torebkę tej dormanowej dla niej. Tak, i stąd będziemy chcieli robić wszystko jeszcze raz, niestety. Najpierw będziemy tutaj spojrzeć na tę skrzynię z kłódką.
The ladder leads up to the roof. It will be suicidal to climb up there while the train is at full speed. The wind, tunnels... no, I'll stay down here. Locked.
Bang, bang! Don't move!
Matt, have you gone mad?
I'll shoot! Hey, my pistol!
You'll get it back in Venice. I could have fallen under the wheels.
I thought you were a ghost.
Ghosts don't exist.
They do too. One just flew past the window.
Yes, sure. Now get moving.
Oh, man.
Mamy coś?
The box is secured with a padlock. I won't be able to open it without a key.
Aha.
And the wind is really no place to be reading the newspaper. I'd better go back inside.
To się rozejrzyjmy jeszcze.
Pad on which the steward writes orders. Empty. Maybe he didn't use it because there's not much to do today. I don't need the pad, but the pencil might come in handy. Perhaps he keeps the compartment keys in there. Locked. The lock is so cheap that I could easily pick it. If I want to impress Legrand, I should probably just do it. He's famous for his unconventional methods. A shortwave radio. It's amazing how small these things have become in the last 10 years. A shortwave radio. It's amazing how small these things have become in the last 10 years. Butterscotch. I've loved them since I was a child. Their only drawback, they don't play nice with false teeth. Maybe if I just suck it. Who'd have thought that one day butterscotch would remind me of my age and of all the things I had to leave behind.
Tutaj wszystko.
The steward probably uses the scissors on hard to open packages. These days nearly everything is sealed up tight. A colleague recently told me about dried powdered soup in small bags. I couldn't believe it.
Dobra.
I'll leave the scissors here.
No wiemy już wszystko. Rozmawiać z nim.
I'd better let him read his newspaper if I don't have any pressing questions.
Oh, Constable?
Yes, ma'am.
My son didn't make any trouble for you, I hope. It's just that he just walked past us, silent and seething. That's usually a sign that someone's laid down the law.
I'm afraid so. He played a trick on me, a rather dangerous one. The lad left me no choice but to take away his wooden pistol as a punishment.
I understand. And thank you. Matty is a very lively child. Sometimes he needs a strong fatherly hand.
Where is Matt's father, if I may ask?
He's gone.
Ah, I understand.
Could you, leave Matty's pistol here, perhaps? So you don't have to bother with it?
Of course. I told him he wouldn't get it back until Venice.
Very well. Thank you again, Constable.
I think it's uncomfortable for her when I talk to her in front of Lady Westmacott. She seems to take it as an inappropriate distraction from her work, although she's just knitting. Taking up a craft like that is typical of women who were told as little girls that idleness is a sin.
Dobra, dziękuję ci.
The little label on the door reads Baroness von Trebitz. Blue blood on the Orient Express.
Yes, what is it?
Whoever that is, James, ask them whether they found my purse and then closed the door. The noise on this train is driving me crazy.
Monetkę.
You're missing a purse. Was it stolen?
At the very least, I cannot find it, sir.
It was stolen.
When was the last time the Baroness saw her purse?
What?
In Zurich, on the platform, sir.
I just asked where you last saw your purse.
In Zurich on the platform. James, tell him that I still had it when I got out to stretch my legs.
The Baroness says...
Maybe you lost it there.
What?
The Baroness never loses anything, sir.
I never lose anything.
Very well then. I shall be on the lookout for your purse. If I might ask you a few questions about your fellow passengers.
I thought he was looking for my purse. James, tell him to look for my purse.
The Baroness wishes that you search for her purse.
But couldn't we perhaps... All right. First, the purse. I will have a look around.
Thank you, sir.
Dobra.
I bought it last week at a flea market. I like it because it tells a story. I suppose the previous owner bought himself a newer one.
Pokaż mi ten odpowiedzi. To prywatny notes postronowego Antonia Jakoba Zelda. Jeśli wszedłeś w jego posiadanie, prześlij go bezpośrednio do siedziby głównej policji w Surachu. 23 września 1963 drogocenny rubin został skradziony z Muzeum Brytyjskiego w Londynie. Jeden z dwojga legendarny oszustwa prasa oczywiście szaleje. Obwiniałem TSW nowego kruka za kolania pamięci o starym kruku, gdyż ten nigdy nikogo nie skrzywdził podczas swych dokonań. Czyli to jest ten rubin, który został skradziony w tym muzeum. Ale oczywiście nikt nic nie wie na ten temat. A co dalej? To jest krukiem. Poszukaj skusek i odkryj tożsamość kruka. Muszę przekonać Leonarda, żeby się przydać pomoc profesorowi otwarciu drzwi do dobry początek. A to mam powiedzieć. Najpierw byście chcieli znaleźć tą monetkę dla tej barnowej, a potem się dowiemy na temat tego o tej skrzynce do kluczy nam będzie potrzebne. Tu mamy podpowiedzi, tu mamy sprawdzić. A zobaczmy. A te podpowiedzi nam zabierają punkty. A co niech kolei muszą wiedzieć, mieć dostęp do klucza. Aha. Może i nie będą mieć pomysł, jak otworzyć szuflady. Dowiemy się coś więcej? Powinienem spytać innych pasażerów, może wiedzieć, gdzie jest monetka. Dobra, to na razie się dowiemy wszystkiego po trochu. Dobra, coś z tobą.
You can easily lock the compartment door from inside by turning a little knob.
But I didn't lock it.
Professor, if you had locked the door from in there, you wouldn't be out here.
That's true.
Dobra. Nic się nie dowiem, tak?
If I may trouble you once more. A passenger is missing her purse. Perhaps you've seen it.
So, there are thieves on the train.
It's been missing for some time now. Probably since Zurich.
The Swiss don't let go of money easily, do they? Oh, pardon me. No, I haven't seen the purse.
Have a good trip.
Thank you.
Dobra. Pogadam jeszcze z tym Martin tutaj, czy przyszedł?
Should I ask for an autograph? That would be quite unprofessional. But on the other hand... Hello, Matt. Oh, come on. Are you going to be angry with me for the rest of the trip?
Until I get my pistol back.
I gave it to your mother.
Oh man, couldn't you have just raked me over the coals?
Would you have learned anything from that?
I didn't learn anything from this either.
Come on, Matt. Did you really think that you can ignore me for longer than I can ignore you? I'm Swiss. It's practically a national sport. Matt is digging in his heels. I won't get anything out of him as long as he's angry with me.
Zobaczymy. Karmelki.
Would you like a butterscotch?
You think you can bribe me?
I have no reason to. You made trouble and got punished for it. Take it as a peace offering.
Just 4?
If I'm faster than you, there'll only be 3.
Hey!
Friends again?
Mm-hmm.
All right then. And no dangerous nonsense anymore.
Okay.
Zaginiona monetka.
Something completely different this time. The Baroness in the second compartment over there is missing her purse. Do you have any idea where it could be?
Do I ever?
Hmm?
That guy over there with the violin case?
What about it?
He picked up something in Zurich and put it in his violin case.
Really?
Yeah, and he made sure that nobody saw him.
But you saw him.
Uh-huh.
Did you also see what it was?
Nah, not really. But now that I think of it, it must have been the Baroness's purse.
I should look into it, shouldn't I?
I think so.
Your mother is Lady Westmacott's companion, correct?
Yeah, but it's not like you think. At first I thought, boy, you must be really wicked if you need to pay for friends. But the lady's really okay. A bit odd and really old. But other than that, she's great. She likes me.
The lady has peculiar taste.
Hey!
Gdzie ona
You
mieszka?
and your mother, do you both live on Lady Westmacott's estate?
I'm only there for the holidays. Most of the time I'm at boarding school.
I imagine that's not very pleasant.
No, it's fine. I have friends there. You always have to be so quiet in the lady's house. And I'm not allowed to bring any friends.
Such a big house with so many places to hide, and no one to play hide and seek with.
You said it.
And how long has your mother worked for the lady?
2 years.
And your father? What does he do?
He stayed home. I used to go fishing with him, and hunting. He even let me shoot a real gun.
And then?
Then Mom fought with him, and he left. I was 7.
Oh, and how old are you now?
In 8 months, I'll be 9 years old.
And do you already know what you want to be when you grow up? A burglar?
No, we'll see. Maybe an actor.
Really? Well, I don't know. You need a lot of talent for that. I'm an actor in a theater group, you know?
You are?
Oh, yes. And I'm one of the best in our group, if I may say so. I get really deep into my roles, you know? I don't just talk like the character. I think like him. I become him. It's the only way to... Matt, are you okay?
I think you just have to be good at copying things to be an actor.
That wasn't bad. Disturbing, but not bad. Tell me, have you seen the steward anywhere?
No. He was walking around a little while ago, though.
Hopefully they didn't forget him in Zurich.
What's he supposed to do?
I'm looking for a key to open a compartment door.
Did you check his things behind the counter?
I'm sure the drawers will be locked.
Can't you break it open? Or pick the lock like the Raven?
Perhaps. But I'd need a piece of wire or something like that.
Ask my mom. She has a lot of hairpins. She doesn't like the wind messing up her hair.
Thanks for the tip. So long.
So longer.
Porozmawiamy o
I have
tym.
no idea what I'd say to Matt.
A, teraz tam porozmawiać chcę z tym szybcem tutaj.
Excuse me, sir. About the purse.
Ah, yes? Has it been found?
Someone saw you with your violin case on the platform in Zurich.
What's the meaning of this? I didn't steal anything.
Nobody said you did. I just wanted to ask you whether you might have noticed anything on the platform.
Ah, well,
Why did you think I was accusing you?
well, I thought, because you mentioned my violin case in the context of the purse.
Apropos, may I have a look at your violin? It must be a very extraordinary piece.
Oh, that's not possible. It's a genuine Guarneri.
Very valuable.
Very. And also very sensitive.
What could harm it here? Light? Air? May I ask you to open the violin case?
No, you may not. I'm not guilty of anything.
I'm afraid I have to insist.
Then I'm afraid you need a warrant. I will not stand back and let you rifle through my belongings.
Have a good trip.
Thank you.
Wydaje się, że nie chce otworzyć tej...
The violinist is uncooperative. I'm not authorized to search his belongings against his will and without a good reason. And he knows it. I have to come up with something.
Zamknij się już. To tak jakby miało co oczywiście coś do ukrycia. Zobaczymy jeszcze odpowiedzi. Bo rzeczywiście ma coś do powiedzenia. Aha. Lady Cresswell. Uwielbiam ją, dla mnie jest najlepszą aktorką w historii i na pewno odniosła największy sukces, jako szkoda, że przestała pisać. Nie czytałem jeszcze w prasie żadnych doniesień na ten temat. Fani na całym świecie wpadną w szał. Najbardziej znane książki Lady Westnocko to Mali, Indie, śmierć na torach, morderstwo w Egipcie, w czasie pełni plebania po drugiej stronie lustra, Wielkanoc, Morris Partner, Mali, Indianie. To najlepiej sprzedająca się powieść wszechczasów i sprzedawano ponad 100 milionów kopii. Tutaj jeszcze się chce zaznaczyć. Mary Miller i Matt Miller. Pani Miller została mi przedstawiona jako towarzyszka Lady Westcott. Myślę, że jest ona kimś więcej niż opiekunką. Wydaje się splęta, nerwowa. Może ma to coś wspólnego z jej synem. Mata lubi Mata, to żywotny i dotkliwy chłopiec, ale wydaje się, że jego mama ma z nim pełne ręce roboty. Pani Millie i ojciec Młota są chyba w depresie. Wydaje się, że chłopak ją to obwinia i Lady Westcourt chyba naprawdę lubi Mata i sporo płaci za jego edukację. Coś jeszcze? Doktor Gerhard. Rozmawiałem już z doktorem Gerhard. Jest niemieckim lekarzem planującym kontynuowanie swej kariery we Włoszech. Nie mogę powiedzieć, by go jakoś szczególnie polubił. Jest grzeczny i uprzejmy, ale nie sądzę, by ta jego przyjacielskość była do końca szczera. Coś jest nie tak. Znaczy jeszcze tutaj, widzicie, jak mam z tego wyjść? Jeszcze tutaj chciałem po stronie Oliver zobaczyć. Po stronie Oliver. Po stronie wydaje się szczerym facetem, ale niezbyt wystrym legendarna. Co widać, od razu jest dumny, że może z nim pracować. Szczerze mówiąc, na jego miejscu czułbym to samo, no. Więc to wszystko. Jeszcze chciałem zobaczyć te odpowiedzi. Mogę je zobaczyć. I mamy. Matt się na mnie gniewa, poza mój solę, jeśli tylko zgodzi się ze mną porozmawiać. Zapytam go potwierdzić baronowi. No to już zrobiłem. To już zrobiłem. Matt wiedział, jak Szczypek podniósł coś na peronie i zaraz go schował. Szczypek twierdzi, że nic nie wie. Po tym momencie, gdybym tylko mógł zajrzeć do jego futerała. I tutaj mam podpowiedź. No, oczywiście każda podpowiedź nam zabiera jakieś na punkty pewnie. Może uda się jakoś odwrócić uwagę, żeby futerał przez chwilę nadzoru, bez nadzoru. Pracownicy z kolei muszą mieć dostęp do klucza. Może powinien mieć pomysł, jak otworzyć szufladę. Najpierw weźmiemy tutaj, czy dowiedzieć. Może najpierw włożyli.
Would you be so kind as to close the window?
No, I'd like some fresh air.
But I don't want to catch a cold.
I'm sorry, my fellow. That makes no sense.
Zobaczymy. Wstać wykałaczkę.
The tip of the toothpick is stuck between the window and the runout.
What are you doing? Didn't I make myself clear? The window stays closed. Hey, what are you doing there?
I was taking your case for safekeeping, since it was left here unattended. When I picked it up, the cover unlatched.
I never leave my violin unattended.
Ah, then no one else could have put this purse in your case.
Someone must have snuck it in, like you.
Aha, for sure. And you have a pistol in the case because...
I don't owe you an explanation. It's mine. I have a gun license. Now, take the damned purse to the Baroness and leave me in peace. Just get lost.
It won't be that easy. I'll report the incident to the Italian authorities in Venice. I'll inform the authorities in Venice. They'll decide what to do with him.
Nie wolno tak kraść, nieładnie.
Oh, Inspector, did you find the Baroness's purse?
I did indeed.
You did? Out of my way, James. Oh, wunderbar. Tremendous work, Inspector.
Constable, Baroness. Constable Anton Jakob Zellner at your service.
Cel podróży?
May I ask you where this beautiful train is taking you?
To the madhouse, I'm afraid. One is close to the brink of insanity with this constant shaking and rattling.
Have you ever tried flying, Baroness?
Do you know how little luggage one is permitted upon an aeroplane? It defies all reason and good taste.
Have you heard about the burglary at the British Museum?
Heard about it? I'm directly affected by it.
How so?
I'm in charge of the Friends of the British Museum. And for your information, I'm financing the exhibition.
Exhibition? What exhibition?
The exhibition in Cairo. Where did you think we were going? The eyes of the Sphinx were supposed to be exhibited together for the first time in decades. Now that one of them is gone, the exhibition will be rather less sensational than we'd hoped.
On the other hand, there's a chance that all the uproar will generate more attention, and that the exhibition will still be a great success.
Perhaps. But we wanted to show them both together. That was the whole point.
Can you tell me anything about your fellow passengers, Baroness?
No, not really. I could hardly care who's penned up in here with me. Oh, no. Wait a minute. Lucien is here, the professor. Poor fellow. The eye of the Sphinx that was stolen belonged to his collection.
Professor Lucien is an Egyptologist.
But of course, as director of the Egyptian department of the British Museum, he has to be. The whole burglary thing really upset him. Director Thomas told me he was a nervous wreck.
I'll take my leave of you now, Baroness, and I do hope your journey becomes more bearable.
Ha! Yes, indeed, Inspector.
Constable. James?
Aha, tak. Zobaczmy, czy mamy coś nowego. Żadnych odpowiedzi. To ona, tak? To tam co się dzieje, baronowa Bills. Barona wydaje się przyzwyczaić do bicia centrum uwagi. Jest jednak hojna i filmkoropa, podróżuje po świecie i inspirujące muzeum i galeria to właśnie ona sprawuje wystawę Kazie. Niże. Pierwszy raz od wieku oczy Shink zostały wystawione razem. Nie mam żadnych odpowiedzi. Serio? Kategoria, nie ma nic. Czyli swoje, więc tu nie ma. Tu mamy jeszcze profesora Luciana, ale nie wiem, ja tego wszystkiego czytał. Czy to ten profesor Lucian, tak? Dobra. Potem poczytamy, bo jeszcze mam tutaj robotę. Jeszcze tutaj.
Excuse me, Lady Westmacott.
Constable Zelda, how can I help you?
I was wondering if you might...
Sign your book, Constable Zelda?
If it isn't too much of an inconvenience.
Of course it's an inconvenience, but only a small one. You are welcome.
Thank you so very much. Another time. Farewell, Lady Westmacott.
Constable?
There are thousands of things I would like to ask her, but nothing would justify neglecting my duties here on the train.
Co poza nią? Tutaj.
Mrs. Miller?
Yes?
Please excuse my unusual request, but Matt said you have some hairpins. Could I borrow one?
One of my hairpins?
It's a long story. It would be a big help.
Well, if you really need one.
Go ahead, Mary. The constable won't do it any harm. Will you, Mr. Zellner?
Of course not, madam.
Is this one okay?
It'll do nicely, madam. How very kind of you. Goodbye, Mrs. Miller.
Goodbye, Constable.
Dobra.
There are thousands of things I would like to ask her, but nothing would justify neglecting my duties here on the train.
Dobra, idziemy teraz do tej tutaj otworzyć te szuflady. Będzie chyba już można otworzyć. Zobaczymy.
And suddenly, it's me who's the thief on the train.
To ona była wtedy zamknięta. Teraz musimy ją otworzyć.
That was easier than expected. Batteries, a toothbrush, shaving brush, but not the key to the compartment door. Just this one. Too small for the door, but it might still be useful.
Czyli mamy wszystko.
A shortwave radio. It's amazing how small these...
Dobra, idziemy stąd.
I'll leave the scissors here. If I need them, I know where to find them.
Mamy kluczyk? Tak.
I don't want to imply that I'm an expert, but I think that this could pick a normal lock.
Idę otworzyć tę skrzynię. Tu. Teraz musimy otworzyć skrzynkę. O, tutaj tą.
The box is secured with a padlock. I won't be able to open it without a key.
Ale klucz mam.
The box is secured with a padlock. I won't be able to open it without a key. That's it. There we go. This should help.
Tam nie idziemy, tu idziemy. Tam jeszcze nie pójdziemy. Teraz udać się do tego profesora, ale jeszcze pogadajmy z nim.
I'd better let him read his newspaper if I don't have any pressing questions. I made the acquaintance of Dr. Gebhardt on the platform in Zurich.
Dobra. Oddamy jej tę spinkę. Pożyczyła nam tę spinkę, to jej oddać. Co? Dobra, później oddam. Na razie.
I don't believe that... It's no use. The bolt is too short to get a good grip on it.
Mamy kombinerki chyba już. Możemy je otworzyć. Zobaczymy.
I bet I could really get a grip on the bolt with these.
Well, come on then, hurry up.
Hello?
I barely left the window ajar.
Nothing to see.
Ah.
Are you okay?
Yes, fine.
Te drzwi.
Do you have any idea why the door was locked?
I don't know. Or maybe
The constant vibrations caused the lock to lock itself.
You can't possibly believe that.
Well, then what's your theory?
The conductor could have locked it from the outside. On the other hand, it could have been someone here in the compartment who locked the door from the inside.
Who? And where have they gone?
They could have climbed out there.
Who would be that insane?
You tell me, Professor. I believe you and the inspector do know each other.
What makes you think that?
It seems like the two of you are running a haulage company specializing in safes.
I won't comment on that. It's a matter of international importance.
Tell me, Professor, would you happen to have a key in your briefcase? And if so, would it still happen to be there?
Then all would be as it should.
That's what we hope, at least. All the same, it would have been a simple matter for a thief to make an impression of it. Right, Professor?
Oh.
And the break-in? It wasn't an issue for you? Even though you're the head of the department where it occurred?
All right. The burglary was most upsetting. And shocking. And I didn't know what to do, okay?
And you couldn't just tell me that.
The fewer people who know about it, the better. I can't trust anyone.
You're not only going to Venice, are you? Could it be that your journey will continue? All the way to Egypt, perhaps? I'm on your side, but the more you lie to me, the more difficult you make my job. I'd like to look around a bit.
Of course.
Kłamie.
What's this?
Guzik jakiś.
What do you have there?
It's a button. From a suit or a uniform, I guess.
The burglar might have lost it.
Maybe. Or maybe not. If I notice anyone with a missing button on his jacket, I'll ask him about it. But I wouldn't get my hopes up. If there was a burglar, he climbed out the window and jumped off the train.
Okno, sprawdźmy.
Assuming there really was someone in the compartment, and he climbed out the window, where's he gone? I really wonder what the professor is hiding from me, but I can't just rifle through the luggage of innocent citizens. This is the 60s. No, nothing interesting. Whoa, you have a very nice fountain pen. Pricey.
If you'd managed to decode hieroglyphics that boggled the best minds of the last 3,000 years, you'd have received a gift like that as well.
The Bible, Grimm's fairy tales, Moby Dick, and gin, whiskey, and rum. All classics.
Okno.
Did the burglar leave any clues? Here's something. Might be fingerprints.
Zobaczymy. Skrzypek. W wagonie barowym jest mężczyzna z futerem na skrzypcu. Twierdzi, że jest solistą. Ręka mu drży. Mówi, że jest w drodze do Wenecji, a potem statkiem do Kajuru, żeby dać koncert w Muzeum Egipskim. Skorzysta z okazji, zabrał portmonetkę. Wydaje się, że ma problemy z pieniędzmi i z kręgosłupem. Morny, niebezpieczna kombinacja. Lady Westcott stwierdzi, że jest typem człowieka, który żeruje na innych. Aha. Znaczy odpowiedzi więcej? Nie ma odpowiedzi żadnej? Zniknęły. Aha, tak nie przedział. Drzwi do podziału profesora Luciana są zamknięte od zewnątrz, czy to wewnątrz, przed wszystkim kto je zamknął. Myślę, że drzwi zostały zamknięte od środka. Ktokolwiek je zamknął, uciekł przez okno. Jeśli ma rację, naprawdę mamy złodzieja w pociągu. Znalazłem guzik podziale to może być wskazówka lub zupełnie nic. To jest ten conversation, czyli ten, który te otworzył mi drzwi. Zaginiona pormonetka to nie najciekawsza sprawa tego stulecia. Jakoś sobie nie wyobrażam, by kruk cię w to mieszał. No ale jestem oficerem policji i powinienem szukać tej pormonetki. Podejrzewam, że porman zgubił pormonetkę. Zgubił pormonetkę i cruiser ją chwycił lub może ją po prostu ukradł. Jakby nie było, dopuścił się do przestępstwa. Było. To czytałem. A dalej żadnych podpowiedzi żadnych nie ma.
Goodbye, Professor.
Goodbye.
No może sam to zrobiłem. Bo będę odpowiedzi, że żadnych nie ma. Jeszcze kwestia, trzeba je oddać. I rozwiązać zagadkę z tym krukiem też. Aha, jeszcze porozmawiajmy tutaj. O ten guzik
I don't think the Baroness has any more information for me. And she's not the most pleasant conversationalist either.
Ale ten guzik chyba należy do niego. Tak mi się wydaje. Idziemy tam, oddać spinkę. I porozmawiać z tym doktorem Lucjanem. I jeszcze tam pójść do tego wagonu, słyszę ten koleś tam pod tą mapę.
Pardon me, sir.
We could have used you a few minutes ago. Mrs. Miller?
Yes?
Thank you for your hairpin, Mrs. Miller. It really got me out of a jam.
Oh, really? That's good to hear.
Oddaję ci
And
spinkę.
thank you for bringing it back to me. Not everybody would have.
I'm a Swiss policeman, madam. I couldn't do otherwise even if I tried. Goodbye, Mrs. Miller.
Goodbye, Constable.
Dobra, pozwolę jeszcze z tym kolesiem z gazetą. Jeśli nic się nie dowiem, to wrócę się wtedy na pierwszy wagon.
I'd better let him read his newspaper if I don't have any pressing questions. I'd better let him read his newspaper if I don't have any pressing questions. I made the acquaintance of Dr. Gebhardt on the platform in Zurich.
Dobra. Idziemy na sam koniec wagonu. Trzeba się udać na koniec wagonu. I zrobić tę zagadkę z tym krukiem. Kto się włamał do tego przez to okno? No coś tutaj... Tutaj nic nie powie już. No.
Hey, Matt. The violinist really did steal the purse. Well observed.
I knew it! I bet he's got more stuff planned. I'll stay here and keep an eye on him secretly. Okay?
Sounds like a plan. Hey, Matt. The violinist really did steal the purse. Well observed.
I knew it! I bet he's got more stuff planned. I'll stay here and keep an eye on him secretly. Okay?
Sounds like a plan.
Dobra. On miał jeszcze porozumienie na temat, żeby odwrócić jego uwagę, ale tutaj pogadam z nim.
The butler, this James, seems to have escaped the Baroness.
Czyli to był on?
Good day to you, sir.
Can I be of any assistance, sir?
I wanted to ask you a few questions. Where did you and the Baroness board the train?
In Paris, sir. The Baroness was there on behalf of a charity that she supported for many years.
So you weren't in London when they broke into the British Museum?
We may have been, actually. We left for Dover bright and early the morning after the burglary. But it was in Paris when we first heard of it. The morning paper in London didn't mention the unfortunate event, sir.
And just 2 days later, you're on a train bound for Switzerland. Baroness certainly gets around.
Indeed, sir. We're practically always on the go.
What can you tell me about the Baroness?
Nothing, sir. A butler does not tattle.
If you'll pardon a rather odd question, are you really named James? That would be a lucky coincidence in your line of work.
My name, sir, is Clive Alfred Inch.
Your second name is Alfred, yet the Baroness calls you James.
Madam considers James to be the only forename suited to a butler, sir.
Isn't butler an odd choice of career? Butler. Many would say it's a strange job.
It is true that I am one of a dying breed, sir. The war claimed a generation of butlers.
Have you been to war as well?
Indeed, sir. I was a groom for a cavalry officer.
When you British talk about war, one is never sure which war you mean. It seems the situation hasn't changed much since the 30 Years' War, has it?
Shrapnel from a bomb dropped by a Fokker would not have wounded me in the 30 Years' War, sir.
No, of course not. Goodbye, James. Or Alfred. I don't think he can tell me anything more of interest. The butler, this James, seems to have escaped the Baroness.
Dobra, to idziemy dalej.
The large map shows the different routes of the Orient Express. This train began in Paris and ends in Istanbul as usual. Unfortunately, it will make most of its journey without me. The train covers a distance of more than 3,000 kilometers. It stops at a dozen places. In many cities, they entertain the travelers with local specialities and culture and adventure, especially in southeastern Europe.
A czy mamy coś nowego? Jest, komendant to on. Aha. On jest James, ale to nie jest jego prawdziwe imię. Tylko Alfred jakiś tam.
This is the first car. The coal tender should be directly beyond this door, and in front of it, the engine.
A to nie jest na pewno jeszcze koniec.
Hey, Matt. The violinist really did steal the purse.
Sprawdźmy
Well
coś.
observed.
I knew it! I bet he's got more stuff planned. I'll stay here and keep an eye on him secretly. Okay?
Sounds like a plan.
Czy to wszystko, czy jeszcze coś będzie? Bo nie mam żadnej zbędnej odpowiedzi już. to zobaczmy tę gazetę, tak? Guzik.
I don't think he can tell me anything more of interest.
Tutaj jeszcze nie jest koniec.
The butler, this James, seems to have escaped the Baroness.
Musimy rozwiązać zagadkę z tym krukiem. Jeszcze nie możemy iść. Ale jest ten. Chyba guzik nie należy do niego. Tak mi się wydaje, że on tego nie zrobił. A ta gazetę chciałem zobaczyć. Ja już przeczytać jeszcze tę gazetę.
Luna's Drops, the calming herbal liqueur for women. A glass a day. It relaxes the nerves and maintains domestic tranquility. Luna's Drops, if you don't want to bother your husband.
O Jezu, miałem się przeczytać tę gazetę. Czemu to tak długo? Kurwa, czego to tak długo się ładuje? Chciałem sprawdzić jeszcze tę gazetę. Halo, 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 tutaj, kurwa. Nie przeczytałem tej gazety, co ty pierdasz?
John Surtees won the Formula One World Championship for the first time on Saturday. He also won the World Championship in motorcycle racing from 1956 to 1960, making him the only man in motorsports to win World Championships in both motorcycle and Formula One events. Not really my cup of tea. Too loud, too fast, too much exhaust. Let's see if there's any news. Blah, 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 blah. Eye of the Sphinx. One of two priceless jewels. Extraordinary pure ruby. 2000 BC, etc., etc. Old news. And here, shocking burglary. Professional thieves surprised by museum guard Charles Langley and Constable Robert Oliver of Scotland Yard. Explosion. Constable Robert Oliver from Scotland Yard. He was there when the first eye was stolen. Now he's guarding the second one.
Mamy coś nowego? Proszę bardzo, zobaczymy. Nie ma nic.
A story about the upcoming
Dobra, już
the most.
to już wszystko. Teraz musimy iść. Kto z tym guzikiem i rozwiązać zagadkę kruka jeszcze. Ten chyba nie.
I don't think he can tell me anything more of interest. I don't think he can tell me anything more of interest. Professor Lucien.
Door is open. How can I help you, Constable Zellner?
I'd like to have a look around the compartment.
Oh, of course.
They're tough to make out, but I do believe there are some prints on the window. If I had a forensics kit, I could make the prints visible with carbon powder. Goodbye, Professor.
Goodbye.
I think it's uncomfortable for her when I talk to her in front of Lady Westmacott. She seems to take it as an inappropriate distraction, although she's just knitting. An extraordinary woman. Talented, yet they say she can be difficult on occasion, and that she's rather unhappy. There are, but nothing would justify neglecting my duties here on the train. I'd better let him read his newspaper if I don't have any pressing questions.
Zobaczmy jeszcze coś. Nie ma nic. Czyli możemy sobie iść. Mam nadzieję, że to chyba wszystko zrobiłem. Zapiszemy sobie grę. W razie, gdyby miał to wracać. To tutaj zapiszemy grę. Idziemy dalej po prostu. No bo tutaj nic więcej nie ma chyba. Jeśli chodzi o zagadkę kruka, to tutaj nic nie ma na razie.
I have everything I need. Inspector Legrand?
Anything to report?
Baroness von Trebitz told me about her missing purse.
Baroness von Trebitz. She is financing everything, is wasn't she?
Indeed, sir.
I found the purse. David Kreutzer, a violinist from Austria, had it.
Probably nothing to do with our case. All the same, good work.
Constable Robert Oliver. Is it possible that I read your name in the newspaper?
Ah, could be, sir. Could very well be.
Robert was there when the first eye of the Sphinx was stolen.
Why were you in the museum? Did you spot something from outside?
Well, sir, I noticed that a door was ajar, which was suspicious, and it was my duty to investigate, sir.
Scotland Yard gave him a commendation and assigned him to me as a liaison.
A great honor, sir.
I got Professor Lucien into his compartment using a pair of pliers.
Did you notice anything inside the compartment?
The window was open. Someone could have climbed out.
And the professor?
Acted suspiciously. He rummaged around in his leather bag.
And?
He seemed to have found what he was searching for.
Good. Good work.
Now, perhaps you could give me some information.
All right. We should... What?
The light's gone out.
Flashlights! Ah! Get off me!
There, sir. An envelope.
My dear Nico, you should take a closer look at the box. R.
What the dickens? It's a...
Away with it! Take cover!
Podpowiedź, jeśli zrób sobie przerwę.
Oh dear. Oh.
Is everyone all right? Are you hurt? Quick thinking. Well done, Zellner.
I think the tunnel collapsed.
Then he's trapped. Hurry, we have to lock the second exit.
Sir, there's a fire up ahead. The engine's burning.
It's a distraction. Hurry, block the exit.
But sir...
The fire will consume all the oxygen.
He's right, Inspector. A fire in a narrow tunnel is extremely dangerous.
Merde. Go to the front of the train, find the engineer, and tell him to move the train out of the tunnel.
Yes, sir.
Are you ready? You have to uncouple the freight car. You understand?
I understand.
I'll see to the passengers. They should all wait in the tunnel. We'll check each one in turn as they go out.
Let's get to it.
Zobaczymy, zapiszmy grę. Tutaj zapiszemy. Dobra, zapiszmy. I dalej ruszymy w następnym streamie. Oczywiście tutaj będziemy sobie zakończymy sobie. Oczywiście na dzisiaj. I dalej tutaj rozwiążemy zagadkę tego kruka jeszcze pewnie w swoim czasie. I zobaczymy, kto włamał się do tego okna, ale najpierw tutaj będziemy musieli zobaczyć tam i tak dalej, ale to już w następnym streamie, więc to wszystko na razie.